I want to teach you something today, that you can't be in a reactive stage. You have to be so planned out this week that you're not going to miss on the workouts. Welcome to a new episode of the Eckert podcast. I am a Polish immigrant with a big heart, strong accent, kick-ass husband, and two beautiful kids. American entrepreneur sharing an incredible mission to inspire women around the world to take bold actions towards their dreams, passions, and desires so their life finally becomes more meaningful and fulfilled. I believe that the better superhero of your unique purpose is inside all of you, all of us, and we should share it with the world to make a world a better place. I hope that this episode, this podcast, will help you finally discover the power of self-belief, self-motivation, so you can stop making the excuses and create the life you truly desire and deserve by being the upgraded version of you. Welcome to the show, guys. This podcast episode is to all mamas out there. All the mamas out there, guys. So if you have a moment right now to fully give me 100% of your intention and attention, do so. Grab a tea, grab a cup of coffee, grab water, whatever there is. Sit down in a comfortable chair like I'm sitting right now, and let's dive in. Because what I'm about to tell you, it's gonna change your life. And again, if you are a mama just like me, maybe you have one, maybe two, maybe three, maybe 7 kids. Who knows? My husband is one of 6. Sit down, because this episode is for you. So I just recently was invited to speak. It was a virtual event to speak to all the mamas out there. I mean, it was a group that I was a part of a while back, and now they invited me to speak. And the topic was fitness and nutrition. And for those of you who are here for the first time, maybe this is your first episode, watching, listening. I've been in the fitness industry for over 20 years. I mean, it's been quite a journey, guys. It's been quite a ride. And throughout our obstacles and these opportunities came along, we shift our businesses and we transform them kind of to more of a life coaching with a huge element of fitness, because that's what we've been doing for quite a bit of time. So I was invited to this call, and fitness and nutrition, it's a part of our life, right? It's a big part. I mean, how can you build an empire? How can you raise your kids really well if the fitness and nutrition is not a point? Like, I want to ask you a question. How do you feel right now? Do you want to lose some weight? Do you want to have more energy? Do you want to have more congruency in your life? Do you want to do things that you truly love, or maybe hobbies, but you don't even know where to start? Well, if this is the case, that's the episode for you, because what I've realized through this call was that we are all the same, as moms especially, right? We run the household. We help our kids with the homework. We drop kids off. We pick them up. We make dinners. We take the kids to additional activities. I mean, moms do it all. We do laundry. We do other things. Obviously, when the kids get older, you delegate the stuff. You teach them along the way. Right now, I hope you do, to help you along the journey, that you're not the one that do everything. But if you're still at that stage that you need to do everything because your kids are little, don't worry. There will come a time that you're gonna feel like, okay, this is the time for me to delegate, because they're already a little bit older. So as moms, we all face the same things. As moms, we all wanna feel fulfilled, right? We wanna have better energy. We wanna look great. And that's what I've realized, that in this call, when we get on a call, or when we get to interact with other moms, we feel that instant connection, because there is one thing that connects us, right? And the fact that we have children, that we bear children. So in this call, I was like, wow, this is no matter what stage you are in your life, either your kids are young or a little bit older, you're gonna be facing the same things. And the same topic kept on repeating itself. The woman had a obviously option to listen to what I was teaching them, but also option to ask questions. They came for my call with a specific question. So I ran this different than normally. I asked them to prepare those questions for me so we can directly attack the obstacle, directly attack the problems. And the hands were raised and constantly, and we had constant activity and questions. And kind of the same thing starts showing up, right? I am tired. I have no energy. So we were talking about, like, if you are tired right now, I want you to think about your day. How many hours of sleep do you get? How many times throughout the day you have a recovery time? Do you schedule the recovery time? Right? What time you get up, what time you go to sleep? Because sometimes, guys, those are those little shifts. Sometimes those are little shifts. Example was one lady was going to sleep really late and she was trying to get up every single day early in the morning, and her schedule was tough and she was lacking the energy. So what about we would add the extra hours to sleep, maybe going earlier to sleep, so the circadian rhythm of your sleep is not going to be disturbed? Because sometimes when you go to sleep too late, you're not getting the full recovery that we're looking for. Realize that how do you feel when you go to sleep a little earlier and get up earlier? Is this helping you? If it's yes, if you check mark next to this, just do it. So shifting the energy, how we can show up and how we can have more energy. Well, if you are a mom that has little kids, or you're breastfeeding, or the kid was just born, how about you're going to take a nap throughout the day? You're going to go for a walk. You're going to take the stroll with a stroller and going for a walk. And let me tell you, when my kids were both little, Ivanka was born in the wintertime. And I remember the doctor was telling me, well, you need to stay at home. And I thought to myself, why do I need to stay at home? It's because it's winter, so I can't expose my kid to cold. Sooner or later, this kid will be exposed to cold. And you know, guys, what I did? In the first week after my kid was born, we took a walk outside. Nothing happened to her. She was bundled up. I had a C-section and we did 10 minutes walk. And it was cold. It was below 30 degrees. And I'm not saying that you need to do the same, but don't be afraid to go outside, get some sun, recover, relax your mind. And the recovery time, the sleep pattern and, getting up and waking up is so correlated. And I've talked about this on my show many, many times. Like, what is the temperature in your room? Is your temperature cold? Are you getting the air before you go to sleep? Those are all important things. So besides energy, what else was significant? The way how we feel in our clothes, all across the board. Because what happens is, you probably are a mama if you're listening to the show, and you probably do everything for your family, from helping your kids, running the meals, making dinners and other things, and you've forgotten about yourself. So guys, ladies, it's time to change this. And the reason for it is because you can't serve really well to others when you're tired, when you're extremely stressed, when you're overwhelmed. Like, think about those moments when you feel like this. How do you respond to your kids? Do you think like you are more snappy? How do you respond to your husband? Do you feel like you have no patience? Maybe it's because you need to have the time for yourself. Maybe it's because you need to schedule that hour of a workout. Because let me tell you, to lose the weight, to get in your favorite pair of jeans, in this beautiful dress of yours, it's going to be very difficult if you're just going to be dieting yourself, especially when you just had kids, because diet alone will not help you. So what we need to do, we need to do activity, right? The calories expenditure, that's what it is. We want to put calories in the food and calories out. So thinking like not necessarily a high intensity workout. In a walk, you can burn 300 to 400 calories if you're going to do 3 miles. So if you have a choice today between doing 0 walks or at least doing with your stroller a 30-minute walk, do so, because this will help you with burning the fat. Now, for those of you who are cleared by the doctor after having the pregnancy, and you are already, your kids are older and you're still not making the time on your schedule to work out, guys, ladies, this is the time to put it today, not postpone it. Leave everything today that you need to do. Take a half an hour of your time and see in your schedule, when is the time for me to work out this week? What do I need to do? How do I need to shift my schedule? What do I need to delegate out of my schedule? What I need to delete out of my schedule so I can fit my workout? Because a lot of times it's just you say yes to too many things. You say yes to the opportunities that should be absolutely your no's. How many times you say yes to the people that coming over, or a friend calls you and out of nowhere tells you need to pick up kids. Can you pick up my kids? And then your whole schedule is thrown. If it's an emergency, I understand. But here is the thing. I want to teach you something today, that you can't be in a reactive stage. You have to be so planned out this week that you're not going to miss on the workouts. And let me tell you, when I was in my journey of weight loss after having kids, if I had friends or clients and calling saying, hey, can we go to the mall? Hey, can we do some, food shopping, some shopping? Let's go out. And I would say, you know what? I'm sorry. Right now I'm working out. I'm about to work out. I didn't do my workout. There were my responses. I want you to think right now. I'm sorry, but I'm going to miss on that meeting. If you would like, we can schedule something. I can look at my schedule. I can see when it's good for me and it's good also for you, and we can do this. And sometimes I would ask them, hey, did you do your workout today? And they would say, well, no, I'm so busy. I really don't have time. This is an ongoing response to many. I am busy. I don't have time. No, you are busy to the wrong things. You have no time because you have time for the wrong things. So we all have 24 hours a day. And what other things strike me was that, because this is a group when moms do homeschooling, right? And I do homeschooling. And why do I have time to work out and others don't? Why they don't have time? Because maybe they didn't learn exactly that specific thing, to organize themselves, to put the time on the schedule, on the calendar, to work out, to say no to certain things and certain people. So people, product, places, we got to say no sometimes, right? And I'm like, if I can do this, they can also do it, because we have kind of similar lifestyle. And the lifestyle is the freedom, meaning we create our schedules because we are not tied up by the ring bell of the school that we need to bring the kids at a certain time to the school, pick them up, drop them off. No, we run our own show. And maybe you bringing your kids to school, this is okay. So maybe when the kids are at school, this is your time to work out. But ladies, it's almost like a lot of times what I see with moms, you put a priority to cook dinner, you put a priority to wash the clothes, you put a priority to go to the store, but then you don't do your workout. You have it all wrong. I'm sorry to break it down to you, but you have it all wrong. And until you change this, no change will come. Because remember, the same events that create the same response equals the same outcome. This is a formula to remember. So what can you do today to change something? Well, the same event is keep on happening. So how can you change the response to it? By saying no, right? And then you're going to have a different outcome, because you're going to say no to someone. In this meantime, you're going to go and work out. How awesome is that? It's a simple thing. So what else struck me that was similar? Well, obviously losing weight after pregnancy, because a lot of times women have a hard time. And the reason for it is because the doctor told you eat for two. You still need to have calories for breastfeeding. You need to have extra calories. And I didn't listen to them because I calculated my calories. I went like this. Okay, I start storing everything in my fitness pal. You can use a different app. I start putting my exercise and knowing exactly how much I'm burning. And I'm like, if I need to still increase my calories, I'm going to go way over my calories intake. So that doctor is wrong. I'm sorry. But I breastfeed both of my kids up to a first year. And I didn't increase my calories. I was just eating healthy and lean and clean. And the milk was great. They were drinking the milk. There was no problem. Yes, we're talking about breastfeeding and stuff because this is a show for girls, right? For girls. So women, you don't need to increase your calories. Just eat healthy, eat lean, eat clean. Make sure that you support yourself with a lot of fiber. Eat 5 meals for weight loss. Eat 3 meals a day for gut health. If you want to both, go figure. You got to realize what really works for you. What other things were that strike me? Not enough water intake. Not enough water intake all across the board. And when you go and research, for instance, how much water you should drink, the Google will tell you drink a half of your body weight per pound. So if somebody's 130 pounds, they should be drinking maybe 70 or 80 ounces of water. I would never survive on this. This is not enough for me. I drink more than that. So you got to ask yourself a question. What climate do you live in? Is it hot? Do you exercise outside? Do you go to sauna? I mean, you need to stay hydrated. Not only that, you should probably take some elements into your water like salt that will boost that hydration because we should hit that 2000 milligrams, right? Of sodium, a good salt, guys, Himalayan salt. So make sure that you are doing the necessary to stay hydrated because we do not drink enough of water. And my water is right here. And I gotta reach out because this thing walks with me and travels with me everywhere. So time for water. Everybody get some cup of water right now. This is how we learn, by action. This is how we do it. Constant reminders. So if you are a person that doesn't drink enough water, you probably have a hard time losing weight. So please get this under control. Drink a lot of water. Look at your water intake. Like you gotta be smart about it. Are you drinking enough of water? Now, another thing what struck me was the carb cravings by creating carbs, but eating a lot of carbs. But what I mean by that, it was a lot of times when you're tired, think about it, when you're tired, what are your cravings? I already know your cravings are chocolate, sugar, something sweet. Your eyes literally searching for something sweet. Why? Because your body, your brain works on carbs. That's why when you stay up late, it's very hard not to eat carbohydrates because that's what the brain wants. It wants carbs because it needs to keep you up. It wants carbs. And this is the overall problem because then mom wants to stay up, to clean, to do other things. Girl, go to sleep. Recover when the child is recovering. You're going to get up the next morning, you're going to do this. This is not an emergency. Just the fact that your kitchen is not clean doesn't represent you and your standard. You have a kid, maybe it's hard for you, go to sleep because this is going to cause you extra calories, extra carbs. Don't do it. So overconsumption of carbs, it's all connected. If you stay up, if you're tired, because that's what your body is craving. So overconsumption is because nobody never told us that we need to eat that much protein. And protein will build the muscle. Protein will help you to keep your weight under control, will help you to lose weight, and also will cut down the cravings, guys. Not carbohydrates. So if you are hungry, don't reach out for apple. Don't reach out for something sugary and sweet. Don't reach out for your fruits because it's going to be temporary satiation, right? Satisfaction temporary. We just want something for a longer period of time. So protein shake, egg whites and things like that. Look, I've been doing these recent podcasts talking a lot about nutrition because I've realized that it's such an important factor. Most people need it. Most of us need it more than ever because people struggle with weight loss. People struggle with nutrition. Women having a hard time losing weight. And, it wasn't the one person, it was more. So that's what I'm saying. After the first year, you need to get your energy under control by sleeping, recovering, moving, working out once you clear from the doctor, not making excuses. And if you put that as your priority, you're going to lose weight. And then start monitoring everything. Because another thing was that nobody was monitoring anything, meaning no clue about the calories intake. And guys, what gets measured, it gets done. What gets measured gets results, right? So you need to know where we're standing because you can't remember when you were good or bad. What I actually started doing, and Ivanka was like the other day, she was asking me, Mom, why are you putting that yellow thing on your calendar? Yellow thing represents things that maybe I ate too many calories. And I'm not talking about eating like ice cream and indulging to pizza and other things. I was a little bit over calories intake. And I marked this as yellow because I want to see it at the end of the year. How many days did I fucked up? Yeah, I'm saying this because you know what? If I ask you what happened within that month, you won't be able to remember. We don't remember what happened a week ago. How can you remember when you ate bad? So how about you're going to start tracking these things? Because it's impossible to see where you're going if you don't have a plan. Planning meaning we talk about this preparation. So you got to see how you are. Track every day. Reflect every day. Look what you've been doing. And you know what they've been struck by? It was when I told them one bad meal causes you a full intense workouts for a week. Meaning one bad meal can have enough of calories what you will burn throughout the week. And then one bad week will cause you a bad month. That's what it's equivalent in your workout. That means that you need to put additional month of hard, intense workout if you do one bad week. And one bad month will cost you a whole year. And this is a perfect example. I've had a client back in peak physique time. It was a young girl. And she, I remember, started training with me, and she would come around Thanksgiving. No, that was before. She started training, and she said, you know what? I've been doing this every single year. From Thanksgiving to December, I give myself everything, meaning I don't track anything. I eat whatever I want. I go out parties because it's such a beautiful time of the year. I want to enjoy myself. I want to eat the cookies. I want to eat the cakes. I want to feel good. But then you know what? What happens at the end of the year? I feel disgusted. I feel disgusting. I feel horrible. I am lethargic. I am tired. I have no energy and I regret what I have done. So the entire year, starting January all the way up to November, I'm trying to lose that weight. And I asked her, how much weight do you gain between November and December? Her response was about 20 to 30 pounds. Does this sound familiar to you? Have you ever done anything like this? Or maybe even 10 pounds? This is the most crucial time of the year between November and December. And we're talking about this right now because trust me, with a flip of our fingers, we're gonna be there. And maybe this episode will stick to you and you're gonna be like, oh my God, I'm doing the same. How about this year? You already put this in your head that between November and December, you're going to create a 6-week challenge for yourself and you're not going to eat crap. How about that? When you're going to show up to parties, you're going to be so disciplined, so confident. You're going to fit in your favorite pair of jeans, your beautiful dress, and all the women that will be there, that will be like, wow, what have you done? Why are you not eating this? Why are you not drinking? Because you're going to be so freaking focused. How about that doing this year? Instead of doing what everybody else does, do something different. That's when you build your confidence. That's when you feel, this is me. We've done it many times. And I'm not speaking this from just my imagination. We've done it plenty of times. We would show up at different parties and we would not touch the food because we will literally eat before. We would stuff our faces with egg whites and we would just drink water with lemon. That was it for us. So how about that? Because guys, it's not worth it. And overall, we led to not only women, but guys, overall people, generally what people doing. This is not just women, right? This is everyone. So it kind of opens eyes for you, what you should be doing, what you should be paying attention to, and how you can change certain things in your life so you can create a better energy, right? For yourself, for your kids, not feeling as tired, and start really taking control over your life. So think about discipline. Discipline is self-control, right? That self-control, the control throughout the day. And it's all possible. I just wanted to tell you it's all possible. So I would love to hear from you. Like, how are you doing? How are you feeling? What have you applied from this episode? What was really something that change your perspective, and you're gonna start doing it. So please make comments to this episode, and of course like and share. Maybe tag someone in this podcast, because guys, we are not only on Spotify. This episode lands on YouTube. So some of you watching on YouTube, some of you are just listening in a car. And remember that the superhero is within you. You just need to rediscover it. May your discipline, energy, and confidence be unstoppable. May your passion and curiosity be endless. May your enthusiasm be infectious. Your inner glow shine through the projects and your creations. And may your final outcome be of service to others. Each of us makes the difference in the universe. I made mine, and the universe is awaiting you. No excuses.